Good morning. Are you Michael Pelican?
Yes.
And Mr. Pelican, this is your initial appearance and cause number 23-41539. You're charged with a third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and that's from September 9th of 2022. And since you've made bond in that case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am. I had talked with Mr. Charles. That was my initial attorney.
Mr. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am. But he said he couldn't be my attorney no more because she drives.
Well, what happens is he's actually still your attorney, but once you make bond, I expect you to try to hire your own. You can hire him, you can hire anyone else. And so what I'm going to do is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get a lawyer hired before that next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order. You would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk to give you your reset notice. Tamika Reed. Good morning. Are you Tamika Reed?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Reed, this is your initial appearance and cause number 26 DCCR 0786. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of criminal mischief from February 10th of 2026. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am. They gave me a court-appointed lawyer.
Right.
For the arraignment, Mr. Charles.
Yes. So when you're in custody, you automatically get a court-appointed lawyer. So now that you've bonded out, I expect you to try to hire your own lawyer.
I can't afford one. Like I said, I get Social Security, but they stopped my disability.
Why'd they stop it?
I'm on appeal right now. So you know what's going on with it.
Okay. So it sounds like you need to try to get a job then, huh?
Well, I can't work.
Why?
I'm disabled.
Well, if the Social Security Department does not say you're disabled, then there's probably something out there that you can do, right? And so what I'm going to do is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to do a few things. One, I want you to bring any documentation you have of the Social Security, what's going on with them, appellate papers, whatever you have, bring that in. I also want you to try to find some kind of job and bring me some proof that you're trying to find that. All right. You need to look at least 5 places a week. All right. Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. We're going to go back outside. The town is on this person. Mr. Parker on Christopher Hunt. That's what this Malfino.
No.
Right, first.
It's an initial.
Oh, y'all might not even have.
Here, I've got the information from Ashley, so you'll know if you want. No. Very good.
Okay.
Can't keep it till you know her.
Great, sir. Are you Christopher Hunt?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Parker, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment? Mr. Hunt, in cause number 25 DCCR 1766, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a Class A misdemeanor assault. So is it assault family violence?
No, it's just Class A assault, not family violence.
Okay. And that's from September 28th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty?
No.
No, guilty?
Did you do it or not?
Yeah, it's okay. So are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they've charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker?
Yes, I did.
And do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 1 year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Do you understand? I'm assuming one of those would also be that you have no contact or communication at all with David LeBlanc. Do you understand? That's obviously in person, but that also means any type of communication. You can't send messages or through social media or anything.
Okay.
That'll be a part of your probation. You understand?
Yeah, I will.
Yes.
Okay.
What? All right. So, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
So what's the relationship with Mr. LeBlanc?
He was a friend of my mom's.
Okay.
He was staying at my house.
All right. So obviously that's no longer acceptable. You cannot be around him at all, period.
We'll make sure that happens.
Okay. State tenders number
No
one.
objection?
It's admitted any evidence that Mr. Hunt is not competent.
No, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney's office and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 1 year. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that and follow all of those rules, at the end of your probation period, the case will actually be dismissed if you're successful. So you won't have the conviction on your record.
Oh,
The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You would be found guilty of the offense and you could be sent to the Jefferson County Jail for up to 1 year. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's sitting at that desk right behind you. She's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Just wait for her to call you up.
We thought you were gonna call the next one.
Oh, I got to get to that docket. I'll get there in just a second. Don't make me think I'd already said something.
You did, you don't remember?
I don't remember. That could be a problem. See, Stephen Gray, Mr. Parker. Now I'm there.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Are you Stephen Gray?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Parker, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
You will, Your Honor.
Mr. Gray, in cause number 26 DCCR 0294, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of driving while intoxicated, third or more, from December 27th of 2025. The indictment alleges you were previously convicted of driving while intoxicated June 27th of 2012. And after that was final, you were convicted of driving while intoxicated March 7th of 2014. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are those two prior convictions true?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker?
Yes, I did.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
Now, it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 10-year term in prison, but that would be probated. You'd be on probation for 5 years. Y'all mark.
$1,000 fine.
Okay.
Sorry, and I didn't put 10 days.
That's a condition that's required. So it looks like the fine would be $1,000. You understand a condition of getting probation is also that you would have to serve 10 days in jail
Yes, Your Honor.
and follow all of the other rules and conditions of probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, Your Honor.
State tenders number 1.
Objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Gray is not competent?
Okay.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. But what I'm going to do is reset your case for about 30, well, actually, it's going to be a little longer than that, so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today. She's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing. Junius Vital.
Your Honor, that's Ms. French's case, and it's an unagreed plea. I don't know if you want to wait on her. Or...
Okay, is she coming?
Okay.
Okay. Good morning. Are you Junius Vital? And this is 25 DCCR 1374. Mr. Vital previously was here, entered a plea of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of failure to comply with sex offender registration requirements. The agreement was for a cap of 4 years in prison. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Any additions or corrections?
None of them are aware of,
Not
Judge.
from the state.
All right, Mr. Parker, you may proceed.
Your Honor, Mr. Vital, he's, as far as I understand, he's done a pretty good job reporting for the last 10 years. He's lived around here, and he's also lived in the Houston area. I think the Houston was the last place that he was registered properly. He ended up going to a place called the Wheelhouse. I think that was called the Wheelhouse.
Yes,
In
Deer
Deer Park area. He tried to register there, but he wasn't actually a resident. He was doing jobs out of there, but he was living in his car. And then when they denied him because of city ordinance, that's why he couldn't live there. City ordinance rules. Then he appealed it, and it still got denied. And then he applied. He was going back and forth between his sister's house in Beaumont and working there in Houston. And he tried to apply here in Beaumont as well
That's where I'm registered at Beaumont.
So
and
where are you registered right now?
My sisters keep them folks in Beaumont.
In Beaumont.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's where you're living and you are properly registered at this
Yes,
time.
ma'am.
and I believe he's had some issues in the past. He had a substance abuse issue. He's done well with that. I think, he's not one that just ignored what he's supposed to do. I think he's tried, which is way more than I can say for a lot of people. And we're asking the court to give him probation, Judge.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, the state's going to argue for 4 years in prison in this case. The nature of the previous aggravated sexual assault of a child, I think the facts were fairly aggravating, and he was given probation initially, wound up getting revoked when he committed a new offense, and was revoked and sent to TDC for a 30-year sentence and then a 20-year sentence. It looks like even the PSI notes that even though the criminal history is limited, the circumstances of the offenses are severe. He was given probation in the past that resulted in revocation, and looks like he does try to justify his actions in the PSI interview.
I may respond.
Hold on, I just wanted to know, when did you parole out? How long have you been out?
2015.
2015? And so since 2015, there haven't been any issues with reporting or. And it looks like, so while you were since you've been on parole, you've also gone to ISF, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
That's why I was still in parole. I discharged in 2022.
you did?
Yes, ma'am.
And I would just like to say that, part of his revocation was, as according to him, and I think the probation officer, was substance issues. And I think that's part of the reason why he didn't get
Well,
any
yeah, I mean, it was revoked a year after based
Right.
on a possession case. And that, I mean, I don't disagree with Mr. Smith, but the criminal history, I mean, we're talking about 1991, 1993. We've had 11 years of reporting, and the wheelhouse is somewhere. I understand you're trying to get some help and do some good things, but you understand you can't do that if you can't.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to be able to be somewhere where we know where you are
Yes, ma'am.
and that you're properly registered.
And that's when they went and denied me.
Go ahead.
when they denied me out there, you know what I'm saying? I talked to them. And when I came, I said, I'm just going out there and going, register, back in Beaumont. And then I was still trying to, continue, so working the program,
Right.
drug and treatment program.
So, are you clean now?
Yes, ma'am.
Just double check that this morning, okay? Have a seat in the jury box. I'm gonna have you drug tested this morning. Mr. Parker, you've got Regina Williams, 2 cases.
But yeah, Jared,
I'm sorry.
I haven't done any paperwork on it, but this is Ms. Malfino's case. We're supposed to be providing Ms. Malfino with an affidavit. We have a copy of the affidavit, but it hasn't been signed. I told her that the person needs to actually go to the DA's office to present it to him. So I that's where we are. I mean, she showed the document to me today, and I'm trying to get her to get the victim to go, or not the victim, this person to go to the DA's office and sign the document in front of them. And that should resolve the case, but I can't.
Both cases?
Both.
So this is gonna be the last reset. So either they go up there and do what they've got to do. They've got to go to the district attorney's office to do that. You can't just take something for them. They have to go do it. Okay. And if they don't, then when we come back, we'll have to work something else out. All right.
And don't-
This will be the last one.
Don't wait till day before court because. Okay, well, I'm just telling you.
Talk to them and tell them if they don't go take care of this soon, then it's going to be you having some issues here in court next time. Okay. All right. You're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Rojas, you got Terrence Currington's the sentencing. Terrence Currington.
Yes.
No response, Your Honor.
Bond will be forfeited for non-appearance and reset at 100,000. If you can get in touch with them and get them here because it's an agreed probation, so
Probation's good.
I'll consider recalling that forfeiture if he shows up.
Thank you. Nice day. Yeah, she's.
Mr. Lewis, you've got Devontre Johnson.
Yes.
Devontre Johnson. Good morning. Are you Devontre Johnson?
Yes.
And this is 25 DCCR 048. Mr. Johnson is charged with failure to comply with sex offender registration requirement. And what is the announcement?
Judge, notes on Ms. French's file show that there is a new fair to register case that's in intake right now. So she has withdrawn the 5-year cap offer that she made.
Okay.
So we request a reset.
So that
for
one
the new
should,
case again.
okay. But it's already there and it can get taken care of before that next court date, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you'll make sure they know. So what I'll do is I'm going to reset your case about 30 days. It sounds like there is a new charge that could be indicted between now and then. Stay in touch with Mr. Lewis so that he can then get the information on that one, get a new offer from Ms. French, and we'll see where we are at the next court date. All right, you're free to go. Mr. Paget, you have Catherine Bautista.
I can follow paperwork, Your Honor.
Just at Baker's.
Okay, I'll call in just a second.
You don't mind.
Mr. Samuel and Deanna Paul,
I just had her wait outside and visit with prosecutors.
I'll hold it.
Thank you. Yes.
So do I need
Okay.
to call this one? What is it says? There's that from
Just to let you know, and at this time, that's, I came, all right. Just to let you know, it has. This one.
Like make, and then check mine too. May check my phone. Okay, gotcha. Oh, no, that's fine. Marvin, David?
Sorry, I know you're waiting on PGA and Mr. Allen.
Yes. Mr. Burbrick, don't leave. Don't forget, we're waiting on that UA on Mr. Allen. You can go wherever as long as you come back.
He should be.
Is that even federal court?
Oh, did they?
Yes, he's.
Oh, okay. It'll be, sounds like they're done. We're just waiting on the paperwork.
You see back as long.
That's what I saw. Mhm. Yeah. Mr. Parker? Mr. Vitale? All right, we're back on the record in cause number 25 DCCR 1374. Mr. Vitale tested positive for cocaine. So, Mr. Vitale, you've been to ISF twice while you're on parole. So parole's given you two opportunities not to revoke your parole. And you get off parole and here you are with another felony and you're using cocaine again.
You need some help, Mr. Ma'am.
I'm sorry?
I just need help.
Well, you've gotten the help and you're looking at a cap of 4 and I was well on my way to giving you an opportunity. But there's no way I can do that with your criminal history and the fact that you've been given, because if you hadn't been to ISF, I'd say, okay, maybe I'll send you to ISF. But you've been twice in the last 5 years. All right, at this time, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty previously, freely, and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of failure to comply with sex offender registration requirements. Sentence you to a term of 4 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. All right, good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the bailiff. Mr. Paget on Catherine Bautista.
Yes. Of all the
Hmm.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are
You
you?
know, the gentleman that was up there that works in Tommy's office,
Uh-huh.
I could have testified.
Said the same
One of
thing.
You guys that does what he says there.
Well, that's what,
I've never moved from the office
What-
I was when you first.
oh, yeah.
So,
Good morning. You're Catherine Bautista. And, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
she will, Your Honor.
Ms. Bautista, in cause number 25 DCCR 1608, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of publishing or threatening to publish intimate visual material from September 8th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Paget?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 2-year term in state jail prison, but that would be probated. You'd be on probation for 3 years. You would be ordered to pay a $300 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objections to stage one, Your Honor.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Batista is not competent?
None, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty.
There's one, she had a case 10 years ago that ended as a state jail revocation, but that's it, Judge. I don't see any reason.
Not to waive?
Not to waive.
All right, so Ms. Batista, I'm going to waive the pre-sentence report. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of publishing or threatening to publish intimate visual material. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison, but that will be probated. You'll be on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do all of that, then this is a great opportunity because you'll be able to serve that 2-year sentence while you're out on probation. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court and you'll be facing that 2-year sentence that you've agreed to. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed. And so you've waived your right to appeal. It's printing, I think. I'm also going to hand you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Padgett.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation is sitting at that desk right behind you. She's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. So watch for her to call your name.
Okay.
All right. And if you'll make sure and send that attachment over.
No.
Diane, it's like asked her to, but it was fine. The judge.
Okay, yeah.
Not to.
We, the
Yeah.
situation was we.
I only did that because he was having trouble accessing it.
Okay.
We talked prior to court.
Okay. All right.
She's saying.
And that's why I couldn't see it this morning. I tried to print it.
Maybe-
Blank for
It
you
was
too.
blank.
Maybe go ahead and write it out.
Yeah, if you'll just
I
get a
mean,
sheet of paper and write it
sure
out.
did.
Mr. Burbank, that's his how he takes care of his.
I-
But if you'll write it out real quick.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. with it.
Yeah, just because we can't close it out since I sentenced her today. And so if you'll do that before you leave, that'd be great. Thank you.
I'll get somebody some paper in there.
I tried.
Today's hearing showed exactly how quickly things can change in felony court. Some defendants earned another chance through probation, while others lost that opportunity because of repeated mistakes. The judge's message was clear: follow the rules, stay clean, and take probation seriously. Tell me in the comments which decision stood out to you the most, and don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns and legal analysis.